Hello and welcome. This is Axis Pakistan and I'm Omer Farooq Khan. Today we explore Pakistan's quiet but significant comeback in the Gulf. A return shaped by new alliances, old anxieties, and the shifting sands of global power. When Pakistan and Saudi Arabia signed their defense pact this summer, few outside policy circles noticed. But for Pakistan and for the wider Muslim world, it was a turning point. This agreement, announced without fanfare, signals that Pakistan is once again asserting itself in the Gulf's strategic theater. In the next few minutes, we'll unpack what's driving this renewed outreach, how it's reshaping Pakistan's foreign policy, and why it matters far beyond the region. For nearly a decade, Pakistan's diplomacy has been reactive, firefighting at home, balancing rivalries abroad. Uh, After the US withdrawal from Afghanistan, Islamabad found itself isolated. Relations with Washington frosty, with Delhi frozen, and even Beijing cautious. But this year, 2025, changed the rhythm. The Gaza war, rising tensions with Iran, and a new Gulf realignment opened fresh diplomatic space for Pakistan. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif and Army Chief Field Marshal Asim Munir moved quickly. The Saudi Defense Pact, visits to Qatar and the United Arab Emirates, and even quiet contacts with Oman all signal a strategic recalibration. First, Pakistan's leadership is rebuilding economic and diplomatic leverage at once. After years of IMF dependency, Islamabad needs partners offering both money and legitimacy. The Gulf, flush with petrodollars, seeking new security links, fits perfectly. Second, the military now drives diplomacy directly. Field Marshal Asim Munir's visits to Riyadh and Doha weren't symbolic. They signaled Pakistan wants to be seen not as a client, but as a security provider. Third, the Middle East security void post Gaza revives Pakistan's relevance. For Saudi Arabia, Pakistan offers manpower and training. For Pakistan, the Gulf offers capital and credibility. This is not the transactional relationship of the past. It's a bid to recast Pakistan as a pivot between the Arab world and South Asia. India. For a decade, Delhi cultivated the Gulf as a stable partner. The Pakistan Saudi Pact softens that monopoly. It reminds the region that Pakistan remains a factor in the security equation. China. Beijing views the Gulf rapprochement as complementary to the Belt and Road vision. If Saudis, if Saudi investment flows into Pakistan's defense and infrastructure, CPEC, China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, gains credibility. Yet, Islamabad must balance carefully. Too much Chinese visibility could make Riyadh uneasy. United States. Washington quietly approves Pakistan helping stabilize the Gulf as long as it doesn't tilt towards Beijing or Tehran. So far, Islamabad has played it smart, cooperative, but non aligned. Here's what many miss: Pakistan's Gulf re engagement is part of a broader neighborhood reset. The same civil military consensus is reaching out to Iran cautiously, mediating in Afghanistan, and building links with Central Asia. Unlike earlier eras of ideological swings, pro US one decade, pro China the next, today's approach to is pragmatic and transactional. At home, there's rare agreement that foreign policy must serve economic survival, not ego. That's why this moment could outlast governments. It's driven by necessity and opportunity alike. Pakistan's return to the Gulf isn't just about a defense pact. It's a test of strategic discipline. The next challenge is turning symbolism into substance. Joint production, energy deals, regional coordination. The real question, can Pakistan maintain equidistance working with Riyadh, Beijing, Washington, and Tehran without losing credibility with any of them? If it succeeds, Islamabad could evolve from a crisis ridden state to a regional connector. If it fails, it risks slipping back into the dependency that has haunted its diplomacy for decades. I'm Omer Farooq Khan. This was Axis Pakistan, decoding how Pakistan fits in the shifting global order. Follow, share, and join me next week for another edition of Axis Pakistan, where we connect Pakistan's choices with the world's changing currents.